Esports is a new hotness. Now it's an exciting but a young industry, and so the talent is spread thin between players, developers, and of course, the industry talent, the commentators. The players create the story, but the commentators translate and highlight the story for the audience, and it's a fun job, but it's tougher than it sounds. And that's why we've gathered 10 people from around the globe, and we're gonna put them to the test. Whoever winds up on top will have the opportunity at fame, fortune, and the chance to cast here at the Cobb Energy Center, home of Hi-Res Studios' HRX Smart World Championship. Like I said, it's tough, but we're gonna see who comes out on top and who is the caster. So we had hundreds, if not thousands of applicants coming through here, and we whittled it down to you 10 people. So first of all, congratulations, welcome. Give yourselves a round of applause. All right, now stop. Esports, you don't really get a chance to get comfortable. You're always running. So your first mini challenge starts right now. Let me introduce you to your first guest judge. Representing the realm, it's Nick Pretty Hair Keogh. What's going on, boss?
What up, man?
Chillin', man. Excited for you to be here. So Nick is going to set you guys up for your first mini challenge. The floor is yours.
All right, guys, first off, congratulations for making it this far in the Caster Challenge. Now, this first mini challenge, it's gonna be about how you look. Now, Twitch chat, it's a cruel mistress. No matter if you're tall, you're short, you're fat, or you're skinny, Twitch chat will rip you apart. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about what you guys have chosen to wear today, because part of being a caster is being on camera.
Dressing is important. First impression matters.
I basically wore a costume of what I always wear.
You know what? This is a reality show, and if you're not prepared, they're gonna throw curveballs at you. They're gonna do these things to deter you and to try to, get you out of your comfort zones.
All right, man, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for us real quick.
Hi there, I'm Jonathan, SSB Web. So right now I actually work in a small embroidery company. I'm a production and shipping manager down working in a small factory, which is it's stressful work, but it's been flexible. It's been able to let me come out here. From the EU, good old United Kingdom, and well, the only one to be able to represent the UK, so let's see how that goes.
Awesome, well, you're representing it very well right now. I like that you are decked out head to toe. You are ready to go, which is very good because like F. said, we don't have a moment to get comfortable here in this competition. I do like that you are wearing the bow tie because even amongst the other men that are all in full attire here, you are separating yourself to some degree, and of course, you do have the flow, which is an important factor for me, as always.
I wasn't expecting anything like that, but I could understand where it came from, and it made total sense.
Go ahead and introduce yourself for me, man.
Hi, my name is Paul Raby Santoro, and I'm from Long Island, New York. I'm a full-time streamer. I've done jobs on the side. I was a full-time salesman for Chevrolet for a year, salesman for Bose, so I do a lot of sales jobs before I started chasing the gaming industry.
So just like F. I see you got the snapback on, no real suit attire, so not quite ready to cast, but at the last second here, it does look like you put on some nice shoes. I'd say probably my favorite shoes in the whole cast. I don't know, Tom, is this some sort of Long Island thing?
Yes, I mean, this is basically dressed up for Long Island. You got the nice jeans on, the shiny shoes, fresh fit, fresh lineup. That's the most important part. So I can't hate on this too much, but I know you got your own prerogative.
Well, it is important to always be at the ready to go here, so as we head forward into the competition, we'll be expecting a little bit more effort than V-neck in the morning.
Fair enough, I understand. In all fairness, I did bring a blazer for the onset portion. I just didn't wear this because they told me we were filming in a field, so I did not wear it. I didn't show up in the proper attire. That was my fault. I'm here to make it up in the commentary part.
All right, my man, go ahead and introduce yourself for us. Tell us where you're from as well.
My name is Patrick Schoaf. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, but I live in Omaha, Nebraska right now. I've never really been in front of a camera, except for a Kickstarter video, but that was for a board game.
Okay, and are these blue Nikes a Nebraska thing? You got the kind of the opposite going on in Long Island does.
This is all comfort right here. If we have to be standing all day, I'm not gonna be in some nice dress shoes. I need to be in my Nice soft soles.
Okay, I feel that. Sometimes though, you might be completely on camera and that's gonna throw off your whole outfit, but I will say you do look like a Smite caster right now. They are always done up about to the waistline there. Tom, you know a little bit more about that.
I'm always dressed to the nines. I don't know what Mr. Keogh is getting on, but yeah, the shoes, man, I can't be behind them. I don't mind the jacket and the jeans. That's like part of the digs, right? It's esports. We're not buttoned up 100%, but those shoes, man, just nah. Nah.
I'll set my game up tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think F. Dot was too hard on my shoes. These are cool shoes. These are nice shoes. I did appreciate all the compliments to the top half of me, but he's wearing sneakers too. What's that, F. Dot?
My shoes are dope.
Hi, my name is Major Cosby. I am 23 years old and I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I just graduated from school and I did have a job as a manager at Radio Shack, but that actually went out of business, so I just kind of focused on school for the remainder of my senior year.
So where's the effort here today in the outfit? I mean, Shadow Boy, we go way back. Where are you trying to step up today for me? I thought, you know, it's been a long time since I've seen you. I thought you'd get a little dressed up for me, maybe. I got dressed up for you.
Well, you got dressed up for me, and I'm gonna bring my A game, but right now today, I was like, let me introduce myself on a nice casual level, show people, you know, that inner Shadow Boy, get nice and up close with the viewer.
Okay.
Shadow Boy, you've been around the Smite scene for a long time. I'm pretty sure this is your only outfit. Black tee, white sneaks, and a pair of jeans with the chain out. I respect it, but yeah, you gotta have the suit next time.
I mean, my man Major, he didn't even have the shoes on, you know, he came super casual. So, Major, you gotta step up your game, bro. You can't do that again. You're on the chopping block.
I can agree to a certain extent. When you look around and see that the rest of your peers are dressed up in extremely formal wear, it's definitely something that you have to take note of. But at the same time, I feel like just to give the personality aspect.
So like I said, this is a mini challenge, so there is a reward. The winner, which Nick will pick, is gonna be able to pick their teammate for the first main challenge. Now, I know who I like, and I know who I definitely don't like, but I'm not the judge. It's all about Nick.
I'm gonna have to give this one to my man down here on the end. Head to toe, he's got the bow tie, got the hair all taken care of as well. I know that's an extra step in the morning, and I feel you on that one. I'm gonna give it to you.
Out of all the people here, we both know each other the best. I'm just happy that I made the choice to wear the bow tie today.
So now that we got the two Johns together, they're gonna go ahead and be their own partner. Everybody else, we're just gonna random you guys up. So we're gonna get you guys all set, and then we'll head to the main challenge.
I mean, it's good to be picked, and John and I did a practice cast yesterday before we came in, so I have an idea of what it's like to work with him. So I mean, it's nice to have, I guess, a little bit of comfortability going into it, but it also feels nice, you know, that he thinks I'm someone worth working with. But I've been happy working with anybody. I'm happy to carry if need be.
Welcome to the studio, folks. We just finished up our mini challenge, and before we get into our main challenge, let me introduce you to the faces and personalities that will be doing the judging here at the caster. First of all, it's gonna be Mr. Alex Golden Boy Mendez. You know him from Worlds at least once a year and maybe some other things as well. Hello, Kelly Link over here right in the middle, former high-res sweetheart. And then, of course, we have my favorite misanthrope himself. It's Hindu Man. Everybody, say hello to yourselves, and let me talk to Golden Boy specifically. Man, I only really get to see you once a year. How you doing, boss?
Yeah, you know, I'm really excited to be here. Clearly, when this show was being planned out, they needed someone with the experience, the poise, and most importantly, they needed someone who was a global icon and a national treasure.
Clearly, that's what we were going for with Mr. Golden Boy. Kelly, I think we just wanted to bring you back here for some reason, so
I'm really
welcome.
glad you guys did. I mean, I miss you guys. It's been over a year since I've done anything with Hi-Rez and Smite, and I'm just so excited to see everyone again and to work with you all, and more importantly, to see these 10 contestants try and become the next caster.
Yeah, just like we needed an excuse to bring Kelly back, we need an excuse to do something with Hindu Man, so he's here too. What's up, dude?
Yeah, not much, you know, same old stuff that happens at Hi-Rez. One day I'm working, the next day, like, go judge some randoms that'll want to try and be a caster. So that's why I'm here.
Well, I'm glad you decided to dress to the nines for us, really pulling out all the stops.
I just joined a local baseball team, and I was just trying to get into the mix of it. I learned what a shortstop was, and I think I'm going to play that position.
I'm going to shortstop you right there, and we're going to go ahead and talk about the main challenge. Our 10 contestants are going to get together and actually cast a game of Smite. They've had no practice with their partner before the main challenge, and they have to cast the game in its entirety. Everybody's new, so feel out your partner and use the pace of the game as a challenge. Work with the clock, not against it.
Hey guys, can I get a minute from you all?
Yeah.
Bit of an update. last minute switch because, you know, it is the caster after all. You all drew names out of the box earlier on. The bad news is that might not be the person you're working with. So what's going to happen now is you're all going to redraw your names out of the box once again. Luckily enough, you won the competition earlier on, so that pair stays the same. But everybody else has to redraw.
Partner and I, Patrick, were feeling so good. We were talking about our synergy. We had everything worked out. So when they threw it our way, we both thought, no, what's happening? So,
where's Paul? Oh, is Paul doing an outtake? I can have one of those? Oh, stealing already. Hey, sorry, I know you're recording. I found the box, so I decided to redraw everybody and pair them differently. Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. So your new partner is going to be freight trained now.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what's happening.
Sounds good.
I'll leave the box with you now. I've had my fun. I'll see you later.
I don't like that whatsoever. I've been practicing for 2-3 hours with a commentator style, coming up with an approach at the challenge, and I mean, I don't know. I'm ready for anything. I really am. But that's a nice curveball. Interesting.
It was kind of surprising, but at the same time, after this morning, I'm kind of desensitized to the surprises that could come or are to come.
I think I've lost something. We had that dimension. We had something special between me and Major.
I don't like it because we've spent the last, last little bit kind of practicing building up a synergy with our partner from this morning, and then they're separating us. I mean, I can see why, but I'm not a fan, I guess.
I really would love a little practice with him to make sure that our synergy is on point, but I guess we're just gonna have to figure it out live. Hi everybody, I'm Unexceptional and this is Ron Jobberts.
This is Ron Jobbert here.
Welcome to Smite. We have Obey versus Dignitas to start it off.
Minions just spawning here. We have Maniac over on the Osiris Captain Twig running the Robin jungle. Pretty Prime on the Thoth in the mid lane. Emilzy support Athena. Ataraxia on his favorite Rama there.
Meanwhile, on the other side, we got Dignitas in the red jerseys. We've got Cubo Fred in the jungle as Nemesis. We've got Zyos in the looks like AD carry role as, no, actually in the middle lane as Kronos. We also have Arkell in the AD carry role as Kernos, Tricksnake in the support role as Amaterasu, and Variety in the solo lane as Kabrakan. Both team comps look pretty aggressive. I would say that I would give a slight advantage over to Obey, who has a bit more of a, we're going to invade early on with that Ravana jungle. My new partner is actually also my roommate, so we kind of talked a little bit last night. We haven't actually gotten casting practice together because a lot of the guys and girls in between the time that we had was just doing practice casting and a couple of matches. So, I don't have that direct experience, but I'm sure we can kind of iron out the trade-offs and everything like that in the spare time.
Shadow's great. I think we still have a really good shot at the competition this afternoon.
Some of the members of Obey are pushed pretty far into the jungle of Team Dignitas, and on the other side, Team Dignitas transversely into the jungle of Obey. So what do you think the impact of these early invades will have on the remainder of the game?
Yeah, for sure, they're very aggressive, and that's important because right now, you see, they're doing a little bit of kiting. The spot is not that great, yet they're taking damage, and that's some free damage right there. That's the worst, maybe, trade of damages in the history of ever. I mean, generally speaking, I guess they need to right now chill out a little bit.
I want to talk a little bit here about some of the builds that they're going to think are very important, especially with Ataraxia over in EU. He's always innovating over there in that Hunter role, but if you'll give me just a moment here, a lot of aggression to Arkell on that Kurnos. Are they going to be able to find that kill? Actually, they're taking their target over to Trip State. They got them very low, but not able to secure any kills there. Obey's going to back off, maybe force Dignitas back to base.
However, over in the solo lane,
And Nemesis looking like she wants to come over and gank the Osiris, but he's going to be safe under his own tower. They're instead going to go back and maybe do some invading over here on this blue buff.
He's still getting used to working with a partner, somebody. Some of the cues were missed, some cues were dropped between the two of us.
Yeah, I felt like I may have let my partner go on a little bit too long. I knew going into it he could be a little long-winded, but you know, I think maybe that's something that could have hurt it, you know, even to the point where he's kind of speaking over me a little bit. But I mean, really, aside from that, I thought everything else we were doing was pretty on point. I wanted to ask you a little bit here about, we saw Obey take those oracles.
Hang on just a second. Mystic Rush goes through, looking like this may potentially be the first, but Meditation comes out from Emilzy as well, looking to do a lot of good work right now.
Nice wall from Kraken.
Indeed, he's going to just try and ground and pound. Looks like a full disengage. Kronos has made his way over, and that's going to be...
Robin for the first blood, just blown up on a bad rotation from him and a great rotation from Team Dignitas.
Obey knew that he used his immunity early to get away from that stop time, but he went back in because he thought he was a tanky monster, but he honestly died.
I get it. Early game, we got some pigs happening. Oracle putting on a lot of pressure, but Ataraxia gonna get away with a good roll.
Adric and I are roommates, and we were actually gonna pick each other to begin with, so I'm really happy. He said that he's a lot well-versed in play-by-play, or at least he claims to be. I haven't heard him cast. Well, we were all practicing, so it was a bit of a mess, but we both know Paladins and Smite, and we're friends, so I'm really excited.
We've hung out, feel like we've got some synergy. Hopefully we're gonna do a good job.
Ultimate here. Yeah, it looks like some action is continuing over into the jungle. Captain Twig taking a lot of damage, getting chunked down by the enemy Team Dignitas, who is going to fall, if anyone at all. Captain Twig still in a lot of damage with just a little help left. He is taken down by Nemesis, and then Argyle getting the kill onto the Rom as well, so Ataraxia is out of the equation.
So Gabby, she's okay. She's amazing. I had the chance to talk with her, to know her a little bit more, and she's a shoutcaster. So we're done. We're Gucci.
So if you can win these early fights, which they're doing, they have about a 700 gold lead right now. They're winning just based on, I don't know, CC, just making sure that the other team's abilities are down and they can kind of win for free.
Right now, Team Dignitas just has the better communication. Emilzy way out of position.
Emilzy just, he thought he could clear the lane, but it turns out he couldn't. He lied to himself, and that is very common.
If you're a soul laner and you know Athena's on the map, you always have to be fearful of when they want to try and tower dive you. And Osiris is such a great champion for that. But over in the left side of the map, they are trying to bully out this Toth. He is able to get to a safe distance, and now you're seeing a lot of ultimates pop here. But all Obey wants to do is disengage. They don't want to continue this fight.
Pretty Prime will use his beads there, so that is off the table. Great shot through the wall. Ataraxia, he is up in the sky looking for the shots. He'll find one. He can't find the last one, though.
This team fight here has been a bit of a slobber knocker. They're getting a lot of damage out, but no kill secured just yet. I think it's because the Gold Fury just recently respawned. That's why we're seeing a lot of this aggression.
They want that pressure. And already, Team Dignitas managing to take out those oracles there.
I don't know too much about Rabies personally. We'll get to know each other here a little bit, but I heard him doing some practice casts that he definitely knows what he's talking about when it comes to the games. He's a little bit rusty on Smite, but that's my strong suit. I'm a little bit on the Paladin side, but that's his strong suit, and I think that will be a better pairing than even previously than what I had before.
Well, the Fire Giant's going to be an option once these Hunters get that pen fully online. We've got a Hasten Fatalis and the Kins. Once that Kernanos ends up filling up that Titan's Bane, we should be looking pretty good for him. Rama on the other side, Ataraxia, got the Hasten Fatalis. He's looking for that Kins next. So you do have a little bit of a level lead and gold lead advantage going toward the Dignitas Hunter.
Absolutely, and here we have Sir Nunos as he hits level 20, the first one to reach that mark. He's snowballing quite well, and he's in control.
Ooh, he is doing work. Level 20 already. That's exactly what you want near that 20-minute mark, as we do see the right-hand tower. This could get sieged here, about a quarter HP as they're looking to maybe fight in the jungle area.
Right, and the next team to win the next team fight will go for that Fire Giant, hoping that, as long as they're not down, as we see here, Team Dignitas headed over the Gold Fury, trying to make something happen, but it will be a contested.
He's forced to use his ultimate, and Defender of Olympus just used to keep him in a safe position as the rest of Team Dignitas is hot on the chase.
Maniac is going to fall. Here is he. He's going to get out. No, there he goes. Finally, zeros.
The tower is now adding damage to the fight, forcing Team Dignitas to back off, go right into the jungle, into safety. Find some comfort in those leaves.
Man, that Kronos so good, so much swag, so much ShamWow. Is right there, is keeping all the CCs in the right spot, and basically is just killing over and over and over. He is the man for the team fight.
The synergy wasn't there as much as I would have hoped, which I braced myself for it a little bit, but I think that was probably one thing that happened there.
Obey down almost 10,000 gold, and we're starting to get to the...
There's some poke right there.
There's some good poke and a good taunt.
Pick attempt, but the team is around him.
Yeah, there's no follow-up. Oh, here comes the Osiris ult, and Ataraxia picks up Cubo Fred from a distance. Maniac goes down for his aggression.
The Fire Giant's going to do a lot of work in this engagement. Zeros finds Captain Twig, and they're just chasing the taunt from Emilzy. Is gorgeous to save his team for a moment, but can't find any kills.
Absolutely, and Team Dignitas, they do have a one-man advantage, but somebody Obey had triggered the Fire Giant, and they were taking unneeded DPS.
For a guy that doesn't do Smite that much, he did great. The only thing I would say really about Rabies is the word absolutely was used a lot of the times, and as far as a transition and leading back into it, that was probably, you know, an aspect that he could look to improve.
Absolutely, and now we have Team Dignitas starting to push those towers down.
Look at that attack speed.
That's insane, and I mean, let's be realistic here. Nobody on Bay can really stop them.
In the jungle, if you're going to go adventuring out on your own at this point in the game, you'd better be mobile.
Look at Robin's build. He has Jotun's Wrath, he has all Pen, he has Titan's Bane, Wingblade. He's not building like a solo laner. He can't W at you permanently. Like, pretty much, whenever you play a Raven and he's completely tanking, he's level 20, it's late game, he can run at you, and he basically adopts you. You become his son.
Yeah, I mean, it's also helping out a little bit. I mean, Ceranos is just doing what he can. This Phoenix, Pretty Prime trying to charge up the ulti, and he'll let it go, but not going to connect right there. But the Wild Hunt into the wall. Cubo Fred with an easy kill on Emilzy. He'll get a double kill as well. The Hunter for the Obey falls down, and this could spell trouble as the... Just call me a doctor, man. I need some help. These boys are in trouble. They just got wiped right there. I mean, Pretty Prime makes an attempt, but what can you do?
Hey, they need more than some help, brother. 16-4. They have the Fire Giant, and I actually just ran off, but that's going to be the game. Pure domination in favor of Dignitas.
Absolutely. Dignitas really showed up in that in the draft.
I had a couple stumbles, but besides that, honestly, I think we did very well.
I feel really good. I think the main point is that it was a bunch of fun, and I think that we didn't mess up anything, and it was really relaxed and friendly, and Patrick and I are buds, so I think we nailed it.
There were a few, just a little missed synergies between Shadow and I, but overall, I think we nailed it.
I do think he was a bit long-winded, maybe talking on and on a little bit too long, so if we can get that a little bit more under control, I'd be happy to cast with him anytime.
So our contestants are here, and it's finally time to have them meet the judges. The judges are going to ask them a couple of questions before we cut anybody. So, Golden Boy, Kelly, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Tom. The first two contestants that we'd like to see up is John Finch and Supersonic Blur.
Supersonic Blur, in particular, he nailed it each and every time. Like you clearly have a voice for this, and it's great. Like, keep going, right? Like, you guys had a pretty damn good close. So I would say that was definitely a win for me. But, John, just slow it down. When you were in your play-by-play, the pacing actually was fantastic. But
You slowed down during your play-by-play.
yeah, you slowed down. But then in the analytical segments, you were just like zipping through them. And I think that could be because of Blur, which again, just food for thought moving forward. But overall, you know, I was okay with it.
Yeah, the synergy wasn't great, guys, but you individually were fantastic, and you guys are safe. So congratulations.
Knowing there's areas that we can both still improve on, knowing that there's that stuff that we can come in and work on is great. I came here to learn and to show what I've got, and I want to be able to show that I can keep growing until I get something that's exactly what it should be.
It's amazing actually to get to hear, you know, that kind of feedback, especially from, you know, Hindu, Kelly, you've been doing this kind of thing for a long time, so it was great to hear, but it was nerve-wracking being up there, so I'm just glad to know I'm still in it.
Okay, Mr. Ron Jobbert and Patrick Schoaf?
Schoaf.
What?
Schoaf.
Close enough. It'll do. You guys were a really interesting pair for me because neither of you seemed to know any sort of play-by-play. It kind of worked out as time went on, at least for me personally. Patrick, I think you did the right thing at the right time of realizing that neither of you were play-by-play and someone was going to have to take control of that and run with it. There's definitely things to improve on there, such as repetition of the same words like there goes and here comes. But overall, it wasn't a bad decision based off the pair you ended up working with. You guys are safe, and you deserve to be safe.
I just wanted to let it be known, though, that Ron, you would have potentially been in the bottom if it wasn't for Patrick.
the chemistry there was really, really helpful, obviously, because if not, I'm gone, presumably.
I feel great being safe. That was maybe the most intense experience of my life. I was less nervous getting married.
Gabriella and Mirlo, please step up. Hi, how you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good, I'm good. So, I just want to say, one, for Mirlo, for a guy whose language is not English as a first language, I don't even speak English very well, to be 100% frank with you. You knew your weaknesses, right? A good commentator has to know their weaknesses and their strengths.
There's a lot of people that converse over each other full sentences, but you were giving these little pows and bams of like, oh, look at that, and it just made the action more palpable. The only issue that I had with you, Tigress, is that you held on to the action a little too long. You could have potentially let Mirlo have it, but you, Mirlo, were picking it up. Anytime she dropped it, you would pick it up right where she left it off, would mention something that she said, and Tigress, you even did the same thing. Anything that Mirlo was talking about, you would always make sure that you added on to it, and that's very important.
For me, I can feel your passion. Like, you got the passion of an Italian, I can hear it in your voice when you talk. It comes through clear to me. Your knowledge, though, different story. That's going to be picked up a little bit more in this competition going forward. If you want to keep going in, you might have done okay today so far, supposedly, but that knowledge has got to get up there too. Bring the passion as well as the knowledge.
So for that, you guys are the winners of our competition today. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everyone was kind of worried going into eliminations, and my mind automatically after any cast goes into hyper self-criticism mode. What did I do wrong? What can I improve upon? So hearing the positive feedback was...
Man, it's unbelievable. You know, it's incredible. I was so much done for. I was so stressed. I was sweating bullets, and I was took for granted. You know, basically I was already eliminated in my mind. You know, because I'm Italian. I'm kind of a fish out of water right here, and I don't fit that well.
Well, the good and the middle ground have certainly been weeded out. We're left with 2 pairs, and someone's got to go home. Judges?
Shadow Boy, step forward for me. Who's playing good Bracken, Shadow Boy?
Xylo. Not Xylo. Didn't know.
Who's playing Brahma, Shadow Boy?
Didn't know.
Who's Red Team, Shadow Boy?
Red Team was team... Let's see here. Don't remember.
What's going on? Like, that's the one thing, from the cast that I saw you on today, you were there as the chair 2 alongside Eric, and the one thing that hit me straight away is, where's the chair 2 knowledge? Like, where's the basics? You can see the player names on the screen. It's not like we're asking extra things for you to have to research beforehand. You should know that.
Yeah.
Eric, Rog, please come up. Rog the Dwarf. Your opening was great. You had good pickups, but your play-by-play, your action casting was very weak. It almost seemed like you were relying on your voice too much for it. You have that radio cast voice, and the opening was phenomenal, but then as soon as you ever entered any kind of action, on my opinion, it seemed weak.
All right, Freight Train, come on down. It's very clear that you have the knowledge of Smite, you have the experience and the background. But the thing about this challenge, the thing about this particular challenge, was that it was about the team. It was about cohesion. It was about working together.
You would not let rabies in at all during the fights, and even during the color commentary, you just would continue talking, almost to seem to just like fill the air. But this isn't a show about the analysis desk. It's about casters.
I understood that he was a stronger caster in Paladins versus Smite, so I feel that I was obviously trying to carry the Smite cast a little bit more. That's realistically what it was. It was me just trying to interject more game knowledge versus a weaker Smite caster, whereas he had a strength in a different game.
But at the end of the game, though, when the crescendo moment of the game-ending Titanfall is about to go down, who's the caster that should be doing the close? Should be the chair 1 or the chair 2?
Chair 1.
What were you in that game?
Chair 2.
That was my problem.
That was the problem.
I was actually mad when I heard that, because I felt like, as we were talking about it, everything was like, okay, was like moving on this pace. It wasn't like crazy impressive, but it wasn't like horrendously bad. And then that happened, and I was so bothered by it because in all of my years of commentary, I've never done that to anyone, and no one has ever done that to me, or at least the people that I work with in the industry. And to be a professional commentator, you just gotta know when enough is enough.
I guess last but not least, hopefully we'll see Rabies take a step forward for us. You were out the gate straight away, personality shining and on display. You clearly didn't know too much about the game, and that's okay, because there's people in the competition that don't either, and they're still in the competition too. You got one really bad shitter phrase. Yeah? Do you know what shitter phrase is?
Yeah.
Do you know what your shitter phrase is?
Yeah.
What is it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. I was
Every
like,
time we would wait for the toss.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we would be able to
We're
like
playing a
mimic
mini game with that back here. Every time Frank spoke to you, it was absolutely. I'm like, please, just give me one other freaking word, Rabies. Just one.
yeah, I knew I was saying it. I guess it's a comfort zone for the lack of Smite knowledge. I guess it's somewhat of a comfort zone to just take the toss back and say absolutely. It was definitely a mistake, though, no question. I'm better than that, yeah.
If you make it past, that is most definitely the thing that you need to improve, and you will be judged harshly on that moving forward.
A lot of talk on a show about professional talkers. Let's cut it down to business. We do have to send somebody home. Not my job. You guys, send them home.
Every single one of these people deserve to be on the show every single time. But the first contestant that will be leaving this week is Shadow Boy. Shadow, I think you know yourself, like I expected more from you in this competition overall, and when you compare to the rest of the lineup today, it just wasn't as well as we expected.
Looking back on it a little heavier, I just didn't bring it the way I usually do. I didn't bring anything that I normally would, so it's expected.
This is episode 1 of the caster, so we decided to really start things up. You guys don't even know. We need to send somebody else home as well. We're gonna take it from 10 to 8. Y'all probably need another minute, don't you?
So another one out?
I'm gonna let the judges deal with that stuff. We're gonna figure out one more person to send out. Well, the deed is almost done. We've got 3 people left, and 1 person does have to go home. And the judges took a minute, so Golden Boy, Kelly, and Graham, send somebody out.
I know that everyone here has capability. I've seen it today. I've seen it. With that being said, we do, because our host is a horrible person, have to remove one more person. Freight train. Sorry, man, but you're out. Anything you want to say?
I'm supposed to be able to speak, but I can't. I just...
Wait, you've been on the grind for a while, Freight, right?
Yeah.
Stay on the grind, because I tell you what, all 3 of us up here have been on the grind before as well. We've all done the grind. You've got a lot of ability. You do, and you have to keep grinding it. And you need to take this and work with it, not work against it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us, Freight Train. Take care.
I came here to win. I personally thought that I was a really good caster, and I thought I was possibly even the best. But I know my issue of over-talking, and I understand what the judges said.
I need to work extra hard. Language will still be a barrier, will still be a problem, but much less from now on. I just need to be more confident, and I need to work harder, so much harder, better, faster, and exceptionally stronger.
Strenuous day. My heart is still racing from those judges, but thankfully, I'm still here.
I think overall, good luck to the rest of the competition. There's a lot of great talent here for sure, and I'm just gonna go ahead and keep grinding it out and eventually end up in a different situation than right now.
Anybody that has supported me in the past, I appreciate you guys always looking out and liking my casting. I will continue to sit there and do what I can and get better when it comes to my casting, so still be on the lookout. I will keep on going.
So today, we went from 10 to 8. Next time, we'll continue on that same train. Myself, Golden Boy Kelly, and Hindu Man will be here. We'll catch you next time on The Caster. Hey, what's up, folks? Tom Battinger here. On behalf of everybody that took part, thanks for watching The Caster. We really appreciate it. But if you want to dig even deeper and find behind-the-scenes action, some commentary, and all the other fun stuff, check out The Caster's YouTube page, youtube.com/TheCasterShow. We definitely appreciate it, and we'll see you later.